Hello everyone, it's me, Ben Rush, the Barley Podcast. Not back with the Chugs for Charity, although you still can do them yourself. Tag me, use the hashtag, maybe get free beer. Just an update on what's going on. First of all, a mistake was made at a barbershop. There's a misunderstanding. I went in for a normal cut, they buzzed it. Anyway, not intentional. So if you've been following my social media at all recently, you may have noticed this change that I have made. It's no longer just a Barley Me Podcast. When you go to Barley Me Pod, it's now Barley Me Pod-uctions. Turns out that at some point when you have a lot of life responsibilities, you can't just do things for fun all the time. You have to make it worth your while. So in 2023, I am pushing more towards monetizing is probably the wrong word, but it is part of the word. Making more of a focus on drawing people to the podcast and people from the podcast to the shows that I'm running, and getting more into the production sphere with comedy and with other podcasts. Please don't respond to my beer and basketball podcast with Phil Webster. It's crazy. You're in my business, the advice podcast. I engineer for comedians Becky Lynn and Tavi. Those are available. Finally retooling the Barley Me podcast website, Barley Me Pod-uctions, barleymepod.com, coming soon. Right now, very bland. But when I started pushing all this stuff, some pretty cool stuff also started happening. So I am currently running a show at the VFW Post 67 on Stockton Boulevard, just by the hospitals there off of Broadway. Every first Friday at 6 p.m. early bird special, $10 for the tickets. Super cheap drinks, like $3.50 a beer. And if you're a veteran, you get in for $8. If you're a member of the VFW, in for $5. Headliner this month is Michael Sella, a Air Force veteran. And we're trying to make that monthly, so if you want to buy a ticket, come to that. Tell your veteran friends to come to that. It can be anybody can come, 18 plus. Also, food being served by Purple Pig Eats, which is right next door to them at that orange stand right there. Aaron Anderson, the owner there, was happy to volunteer. Well, not volunteer, I was going to try to make the money selling that food, but to do a pop-up inside the venue, which is very cool. We've been trying to work with Aaron for a long time on a lot of stuff, so it's nice to have that opportunity. I'm also been reached out to by Punchline Sacramento to run a trial of a show at their side room, which is called the Callback Bar. So they offered to take Cutthroat Comedy, which I recently lost as Husix Tap House went out of business. They're willing to put that on there. It's going to be Thursday, March 9th at 8 p.m., $15.25. The 25 cents goes to a charity. I forget which one at the moment. Part of that money goes to the venue, part of it goes to comics. As far as that goes, hence the raise in price. It is a 2-drink minimum, 21 plus show. If it does well, we can keep doing it there, which would be pretty cool. Other than that, still running shows at Crooked Lane. We got Lance Woods on March 15th, $12. You'd be stupid not to go. Along with Lisa Robinson and Devontae Coleman. Gonna be crazy. Tilted Match 7th anniversary coming up on March 30th. So that's going to be with Aaron Weaver headlining, the rest of the lineup to be determined. But anyway, I just really want to, I haven't really pushed social media and hey, like, share, subscribe bullshit, because I hate it. But if you'd be so kind as to, tell your friends about the things that are going on in the Barley Me Pod-uctions world, I would appreciate it. And we'll just keep doing cool stuff. It's just easier if I have people coming out, so that way I can say, hey, this is worth continuing to do. We'll do it. Anyway, at the end of that, I guess I'll just drink this here Beer's Black History Imperial Stout, made with coconut, pecan, and cacao nibs from Oak Park Brewing and Draft Season. The shortest month is over, I guess. Man, that pecan, really, I'm not really a pecan guy, but man, when you put it in an imperial stout like this, it gives off all that maple vibe that you want. It's just so delightful, and the cacao just comes through, just so nice and smooth. It's like eating a protein bar, but you're drinking it. That's the word. When you put it in your mouth as a liquid, it's drink, not eat. Yeah. This is too long. Everything I do is too long. making shorter episodes this year also. So there you can listen to them just on the way to work instead of on the way to work and back and on the way again, and then maybe a little bit more on the back. Just got a lot of goals, trying to reach them. Any help appreciated. Chugs for Charity, Chugs number 4 Charity, and one free beer, my beer cellar. Getting backed up with a lot of stouts, so do it.